Anthony, when you're watching during this losing streak, what are you noticing about their offense?
Michelle, it's a whiff-a-thon right now for the Mets. They strike out a lot, and in this 5-game losing streak, as you saw on the graphic, I think it's 57 times, they're striking out more than 30% of their at-bats right now, and their season number is 21 and change. That's a huge leap. I know it's a small sample size and all that stuff, but when you're getting down to this time of year and you need to put the ball in play, the Mets aren't doing it. I mean, let's look at some of the big culprits. Francisco Alvarez has struck out 7 times in 14 at-bats in this streak so far. Alonso has fanned 8 times. Brandon Nimmo, who has not hit well lately, 7 times. He's 2 for 18. They've got a lot of their brand names, other than Soto, who has had a few big hits and a few decent games. The big names are not, the brand names are not producing, Michelle. There's a lot wrong with this offense right now. You know, they're not even getting much from the guys who are supporting down low either. So it's a mess right now. They got to fix it quick because the season is running out of sands in the hourglass.
Yeah, look, not a lot of guys going right now. You referenced Soto, maybe a little bit of Starling Marte, who's more a station-to-station guy rather than the thump and the power that you're looking for. And we heard from Carlos Mendoza in that bite there. It starts on the mound. And I think there's a trickle-down effect right now. And I'm not excusing the offense, but I see a group right now collectively that I think is pressing and struggling because they feel the pressure of what's happening with the pitching staff. And even when the youngsters go out there, it's like, hey, we got a rookie on the mound. This guy's making his big league debut, or it's only his second start. We've got to step up. We've got to perform. And they're also going against the Phillies team that even without Zach Wheeler, you know, this is a division leader. It's a legit World Series contender, a team that in that ballpark has given the Mets trouble, whereas when the Mets play the Mid-City Field, it's a different story. But I think the offense right now is just feeling the pressure of all these question marks surrounding the pitching staff, and there's definitely been a trickle-down effect. 5-game losing streak. The pitchers haven't done great, but they haven't scored more than 3 in any of these losses either. So really nothing going for either side, offense or pitching staff right now. But it's got to start with the big names, the stars, and Lindor. When he doesn't hit, they don't go. When he does, they do. He has been the straw that stirs the drink, and he's going to have to find a way to get hot down the stretch here.
Well, I'm sure they do feel the pressure, but time now to say salutations and welcome in Sal Licata. Sal, if there's one bat in the lineup that you want to see get hot right now, who is it?
Yeah, before I answer that, Michelle, I just want to say that I am aggravated on a nightly basis watching this team. Last year, it was fun. This year, it's been frustrating. Maddeningly frustrating. And I'm getting to the breaking point here. They've got to put it together. They're better than this. Now, the one name would be Francisco Lindor. CeeLo, you just mentioned it. The reason why the Mets were fun last year wasn't because of Grimace or OMG. Lindor was carrying this team, performing like an MVP. When Juan Soto hits, and he's done quite a bit of that, they still don't add up to Met wins. When Lindor hits, it does add up to Mets wins. I don't know why that's the case, but that's been the case now for 2 years. Lindor needs to get it going. He's paid a lot of money. He's been the catalyst. He was their MVP. He wants to be the captain and the leader of this team. He's got to get it going here down the stretch and save this team from an epic collapse.
Anthony, we have talked so much about how the rookies in the rotation have stepped up, but that's just indicative and relative to the way the veterans have pitched. And as long as the rookies continue to excel, do you think that it matters? Like, do you think that is enough to trust them more than the veterans who have postseason experience?
Michelle, I give the veterans their deserved props for pitching in the postseason, and at times quite well. Some of the guys on this staff, at other times not so well in October. But I feel like performance is dictating, or should dictate, what the Mets do if and when October rolls around for them. Nolan McClain is the Game 1 starter, and it ain't close. And then if Tong and Sproat have acquitted themselves over their remaining starts in a fashion that they are, deserving of another spot, a start in the postseason, and I say go with them because I'm not sure who you trust among the veteran Met starters right now. I mean, everybody made such a big deal about Sean Manaea's last 3 innings in Tuesday's game, about how it was such a breakthrough after his conversation with Mendy. Look, I get it. That's a great narrative and everything, but this guy has not pitched well for a long stretch now. Kodai Senga's in the minor leagues. David Peterson isn't even figuring it out right now, and you saw Clay Holmes on Wednesday have another, got the team in trouble quickly start there. So, look, give me Nolan McClain in Game 1, and the Mets will have to figure out maybe some piggybacking stuff after that. Maybe Manaea gets a start because he's lefty. Tong over the top comes in after him in a game, and you sort of see what happens after that. What's that?
There's
Peterson.
only one guy to trust, and that's Nolan McClain. The rest of them, even Tong, how can you trust Tong? You see him twice. Once was good. Once was okay. I mean, I like him. I need to see more. Sproat was terrific at his first start. How could you trust him? It's been one time. So the other guys, you know what they've done. You mentioned it, McCarron, Senga out of here, Minaya. You hope that he found something there. Just let it rip and go out there and turn it around. They have to run him out there because they don't have a better option. Clay Holmes is hitting the wall. Who could have ever thought that that would have happened? Taking a guy, converting him from being a reliever to being a starter. Like, I don't know how David Stearns didn't see that. I certainly did. So I don't trust any of them right now outside of Noel McLean. He's the one guy that you could trust. And at some point, the rookies who have been basically 8 for 8, at some point, they're going to get roughed up a little bit. And if that happens in this weekend against Texas, the Mets are going to be in real heap of trouble.